Food and workouts and everything like that. The living works in my life because I don't want others to miss heaven. Hello and welcome back to the Root Network. I'm Pastor Archie Collins and I'm glad that you're with us on today. We're excited about what God is doing already in this year, 2023. As you know, we've been on our spiritual health challenge, and one of the major parts of the spiritual health challenge as we look to develop lifestyles of worship is literally learning what worship is and how to make sure we're worshiping God and God alone. Man, there's a huge benefit for every believer to live and develop a lifestyle of worship, just like how we try to develop fit lifestyles in our everyday walks. You know, we become healthier, we become more productive, more efficient. We get away from dis-ease in areas of our lives, and it's no different spiritually. When we develop a true lifestyle of worship and become spiritually sound in that sense, dis-ease also is not a thing in our life. Often dis-ease in our lives spiritually happens mentally, and I'll explain that in a moment. But many people experience this type of a lack of ease, a lack of peace in their lives because they have yet to really fully become worshipers of God. Lord, I will follow you. Lord, I depend on you today. And I promise you, if you make that your confession, if you make that your choice, if you make that your lifestyle today, he will lead you to good places all throughout the day. Now, we are not being asked to do anything concerning worship that Jesus himself didn't have to do. Jesus had to make a decision to win the good fight of faith. When he was in that Garden of Gethsemane and the enemy had set up everything for him to fail time and time again, it all came to a culmination in that garden where he made still the choice that I will worship God with my body, with my life, but it started with his mind. What did he say when he was in the garden? He said, nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. Where is the will? The will isn't in your body. The will isn't in your spirit. Your will is literally in your soul. It's your mind, your will, and your emotions that make up your soul. And Jesus, being in the flesh, had a soul that he had to keep subjected to the will of God. He had to make a decision that I will bow my will to the will of the Father. That's why he was always saying, I'm only going where he tells me to go, saying what he's telling me to say, doing what my Father tells me to do. He was showing us the blueprint of how to have faith and how to let that faith be shown in our worship. So remember, as you are going throughout the day, we're in good company when we're challenged to worship. We're in good company when we have to fight that good fight of faith. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 12 says that. It says, fight the good fight for the true faith. Then it says, hold tightly to the eternal life to which God has called you. Did you know God has called you? Each and every one of us. But it's going to take us fighting the good fight of faith. It's going to take us making the decision that God, I'll let you win every battle in my mind. Thank you so much for watching the Root Network with us on today. We're so glad to be able to share how to be fruitful from the root to the fruit in every area of your life. Make sure that you like this, that you share this, that you subscribe to this so that you can continue to help us spread this gospel of grace and this ability to be fruitful all over the world. Again, remember you're victorious and we thank God for you. We'll see you next time on the Root Network.